are setting up ourselves for war. And I believe a government that knows it's going to lose in 2027 won't mind that to happen, as far as they want to just maintain power and don't care about our peace. First and foremost, I need to say that the campaigns in all Kalou are in the high gear. At the moment, is the final touches of the same. As you already know, the campaigns will be concluded on Monday, I guess. Official campaign will be concluded on Monday, with obviously Tuesday and Wednesday closing in, so that the IBC can take over on Thursday. But it's a sad state of affairs. It's a very sad day in our country. I have been listening to what Senator Manzo have said. I've been listening to what Professor have said. I've also listened to my friend Kalou. And I can tell you, gentlemen and our listeners, I don't think that we have completely, come to the realization and the reality of what is happening. The reality on the ground is that people are harming our youths. People are harming our people against each other. Because when you are actually, attacking, you are not attacking a crowd of politicians alone. You are a crowd, politicians plus the people who have chosen to go and listen to them. This issue of goons, and I've heard what Senator Manzo have said, that we need to start defending ourselves. That is the point in which we need to draw a line there and ask ourselves very hard questions in regard to what exactly is this government trying to push everybody to. This government is trying to push everybody to the exact position that Senator Manzo have said, that we need to defend ourselves, which means now everybody have to take a machete and we turn this country into a chaos and battle zone. That is what the government wants. This is a government that cannot survive in a country that is dominated by peace. This is a government that have lost so much credibility and popularity that the only thing they can do is to try and suppress any voice that seems to be, talking to the people, and people seem to be, listening to what they are saying. In Nyahururu, you couldn't find a single reason why goons would come in, with police and start attacking everybody, turning a very small town of Nyahururu into a battle zone. What was happening in Kisumu was completely unnecessary. There were no strangers in Kisumu. There were no aliens in Kisumu. The only person who was in Kisumu attending a church service somewhere was Senator Olengo and Sifuna. Sifuna is a son of Kisumu. Why would we be this highly intolerant to an extent where the government is ready to have people killed? If you look at what they are doing in Kalou, they just find Wanjiko Moya. They just find Wajiko Moya. Why was Wajiko Moya fined when we had Moses Kuria here talking the way he wants? When we had another MP from Nakuru here dishing out money everywhere? It is a violation of elections code of conduct. Whatever the government has been doing is blatant bribing of voters. Blatant, I mean, without caring. They don't even mind doing it. They are doing it so open that you can see. Why would the government buy 25,000 pieces of gas cylinders, and go and dish them out within one constituency where an election is happening in 3, 4, 5 days? If it was a program, who even saw that being advertised as a government program? Where is this money coming from? What happened to our procurement laws? How are they being followed? You buy boats worth 10 million shillings and you come and dump them into dams in Kalou. It is ridiculous, the kind of a government we are having. It is crazy. What we are seeing here is something that is crazy. We are setting up ourselves for war. And I believe a government that knows it's going to lose in 2027 won't mind that to happen, as far as they want to just maintain power and don't care about our peace. In any country, the bar, as I yet, nothing can be compared to a piece of a country. Nothing can be compared to a piece of a country. Anybody who is a leader have one duty, one fundamental duty, to ensure that their country remains united, to ensure that the country is peaceful, and to ensure that the security of the nation is provided. That is why you are given a symbolic sword to defend and protect your people, not to kill them, not to hire goons all over. In Kalou, you cannot even, sit down in a campaign rally. Police comes there, and the next thing, we have border riders, heads of borders, who are supporting this DCP party, they have been arrested and they have been accused of having marijuana. Ati uko na bangi, unapelekwa kotini, kubali tukuachilie, unapelekwa mpaka jela within a day. Since when did you hear somebody being prosecuted and within 1 day just because they went there and they were forced to go and say yes of something they have never smoked? We even demanded that we have a toxicology test on those particular people because we know they have never smoked marijuana. They were caught with it doing what? We have a government that is headless. They are hell-bent to do anything for them to be able to retain power. An unfortunate state of affairs because we all know that people defied government forces, government power to erect this particular one in force. Those days they used to tell us deep state. Today I don't know whether they're going to tell us about talk or whatever it is because they are doing the exact opposite of what they have told us.
All right.
So
thank you.
It is a very, let me finish. It is a very sad that we are going to actually start debating on whether our country should be peaceful. I have told you here again, Diba, I've had a privilege of visiting countries that knows no peace. I've been to Central African Republic. I've been to Congo. I've been to Somalia. I've been to Southern Sudan. You have no idea what lack of peace means. And then you would hear somebody just come there and start throwing blame. There's something you've said about psychology and trying to turn things around. Today in Yahururu, they are the government stabilizers, and I've seen you have met some of them. They will come here and tell us how Rigiji organized. How can Rigiji organize something like that? How can Rigiji instruct police to walk alongside the goons like they were doing in Yahururu today? Because I was there. It is crazy. So we do not know what peace means until we lose it. And I can tell you, we all need to come together, irrespective of what side you are supporting. Call this one out and have solutions on how we can stop this. Unless, if we don't do that, we all will not have somewhere to live in. And as a parent, I don't know what's going to happen to my children when the country is torn apart. We need to be serious about this security issue.
We are actually arguing around security issue. We are not even supposed to have a different opinion when we are saying that we need a safe country. What have we become? I've always said that when we are addressing a national issue, a national problem, a catastrophic that is waiting, why would we have someone who want to defend it just because of your alienation in terms of political side that you support? It doesn't make sense at all. The dudes who just stormed into a cafeteria and robbed people. Some guys brought, Thika Road the other day around Pagani and started robbing motorists. What are we talking about? This is not a Passover where, you have the blood in your door or in your whatever, it is actually bonkers to imagine that we are arguing around a matter of security, national security. We cannot argue that. We can't have a different opinion other than just call out that we have to bring this to an end.